Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Trails to Walk, or rather, Trails into Reverie. Hopefully I pronounced it right that time. If not, again, I apologize. It's kind of hard to not say it the way my brain wants to say it. But as I said in the last episode, we will be working on Rean's route this time. Primarily because, as I said, I am more familiar with Rean and his side of the story. I don't know much about Lloyd. I don't know much about anyone other than Rean's route, to be perfectly honest. So I'm really eager to see how things are going for Rean. So let's begin, shall we? What? Hello? Who are you? Why are we fighting?
Is that all?
No. I can fight! Kurt! I'm ready!
Whoa.
Pathetic.
Huh? Kurt! Oh no!
Kurt!
Why the hell are we fighting? Okay, my first thought was, oh, that must be just like one of those trial fights, right? That certainly didn't look like a trial fight to me. What? Una? Claire?
At this rate.
What is happening? Why is Claire attacking us? I thought we fixed the problem.
Come on, we'll hide under the bridge.
What's happening right now? Where's Ash and Muse?
We need to get to Instructor Rean ASAP if we're going to figure out some way to help out Ash and Muse.
What did those two get themselves into this time?
I agree. We need to get out of this icy water before it saps any more of our strength. That should be our top priority.
Okay, what the
I hope
actual...
you don't think I can't see you down there.
Claire, why are you attacking us?
Is anywhere safe from her?
Why is she attacking us? I thought she made amends with us!
No one escapes the icy maiden when she's this serious, I fear.
Oh, for the love of all that is
I
holy.
can't believe this is happening.
Well, I'd like to know what's going on. Why is Claire attacking us? Who was that man? Is Kurt okay? What happened to Muse and Ash? Oh my gosh, the water here is so pretty. Oh, it's so good to be back in Ymir. Is Elise back? Although I'm really not trusting Claire right about now.
Oh, what a gorgeous sight. So, this is where you grew up, Instructor?
What a wonderful place. It's so peaceful and calming.
I figured the snow would have all melted by this time of year.
Most of it has. This is just what's left over. You would have really seen some snow if we were here a month ago.
Oh, how lovely. It's nice to be honeymooning in a winter wonderland.
Honeymooning?
I owe this town much after all they did for me 2 years ago.
What happened? Oh, the Civil War?
I think we owe you more than you owe us.
Oh yeah. You used Ymir as your base during the Civil War, right?
Yep, I was right, the Civil War.
Yeah. She did a ton of work to improve our defenses and our communications network.
I suppose it's been 2 years for me as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, poor Altina. This must feel bizarre to her to be back here.
The last visit I recall was when I was tasked with abducting Princess Alphen and Instructor Rean's little sister.
It's, also been a while for you, Rean, hasn't it? Why don't we start by letting your parents know that we're here?
That sounds good to me. I want to introduce all my students to them.
That seems like a perfectly normal thing to want to do. Hey, Mom. Hi, Dad. I brought my students here for quality time.
It's going to feel a little strange meeting our instructors' parents.
Yeah. Can't quite say that thoughts ever crossed my mind while I was in school.
Yeah. I'm feeling kinda nervous all of a sudden.
If I were you, I wouldn't. If Tio and Lusa, or Lucina, whatever her name is, Rean's mother is still the same, which I pretty much am assured they are, oh, they'll be more than forthcoming and welcoming.
I, for one, can hardly wait to say hello to my future in-laws.
Ugh. Still at it, eh, Muse?
I've got a whole lot of stories to tell them about their little baby boy.
Oh, shut up, Ash.
Please don't embarrass me in front of my family.
Rean? A little too late for that. You're bringing them to meet your parents. What do you think they're gonna do? They're as bad as bringing the other Class 7 back here. They did the same thing too. As the snow thaws. Oh boy. So, what has our poor dear Rean gotten himself into this time? Welcome to the home of Baron Schwarzer. We have been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Whoa, a real maid. You can tell she's been well trained. I didn't expect to find you helping out, Maple. You've gotten way better at welcoming guests. The Phoenix Wings has trained me well, young Rean. You're seeming a lot more grown up yourself, just not as much as me. And suddenly, all princesses of professionalism slip away. Now, please come this way. Baron and Lady Schwarzer await you in the study. Who's she? An old friend of mine who works at the Phoenix Wings. She's got a year on me and is determined to never let me forget it. You seem rather close, but... oh no, please don't be going there again. And there it is. Looks to me like all friends, no benefits. She's not that kind of guy. I figured Schwarzer would have every chick in town fawning over him. If it wasn't before, why the fuck do you think anything would change now? I wouldn't have put it past him either, to be honest. Really, Yuna? Is this really what you think of me? Clearly nobody here would dare get in Elise's way. Here we go again. I'm starting to feel a little sorry for him. That makes two of us. That makes three of us, because I really feel bad. If it's not his old friends, it's these guys. Is something wrong, young Rean? Sorry, we're coming now. Yeah, we just had to let the class embarrass him a little.
Mom, Dad, I'm home.
Hi, Tio. Hi, Lusa. Or Lucia? Lucia.
It's good to see you again, my son.
See, I wasn't too off by the name. Your name sounds familiar. Your voice actor, rather.
It's been a long half year without you.
I'm sorry I haven't been able to visit as often as I'd like. Especially since it sounds like Elise has been too busy to come home as well.
Really?
She's asked me to give you both her regards.
Well, I'm sure St. Estria's student council is keeping her plenty busy.
I just hope she doesn't work herself sick.
And it's like her big brother, eh?
I'm sure she's just fine. The younger students all seem to adore her. And she has Her Highness there if she's ever in need of a friend to talk to. I've also been keeping an eye out to make sure no insects start buzzing around her.
Is that a shot at dear Patrick, Rean?
Are you now?
That overprotectiveness may create more trouble than it prevents.
Oh, I don't know. Patrick hasn't gotten the hint yet.
Poor Elise. It's a pleasure to see you both again, Lord and Lady Schwarzer.
The same to you, Major Revelt. It's not hard to imagine that the RMP must be exceptionally busy at the moment.
That's why you sound familiar. You're the Fire Emblem. 3 Houses. You're the main character's dad. The voice actor.
I hope your time here will help ease some of your weariness.
Thank you, Your Lordship.
Oh, and these must be your students.
That's right.
And let the round of shaming begin.
My name is Kurt Vander. I have learned much under Instructor Rean's exemplary tutelage.
You would be one of the rare practitioners of the Vander School's dual blade style. I've heard that despite how capable you are, you're not one to rest on your laurels. Unusual and admirable qualities in someone of your age.
I am honored you would speak of me that way, but I'm afraid you overestimate me.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, I was about to say the same, really.
Name's Ash Carbide. If you've heard it, chances are it's because your son was complaining about what a pain in the ass I am.
And he's not even gonna bother trying to be somewhat respectful.
On the contrary, I've heard there's much more to you than that prickly exterior of yours. Reans told me that deep down, you're a very smart, considerate young man who your fellow students depend on.
The hell?
Yep, that sounds about right what I thought his reaction would be.
You want to watch what bullcrap you're feeding your folks about me, Schwarzer?
Nah, I don't think so.
Sorry, you're just stuck being a big old softy.
The denial is what makes him oh so lovable. I am Muse Egret. It's a pleasure. I owe much to both of your children.
Ah, I've heard much about you. It can't be easy to shoulder so much responsibility at such a young age.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, she is, a member of one of the great houses. Cayenne, I think?
Not at all. Instructor Rean's love and support give me the strength necessary to overcome any obstacle.
Huh.
Oh my. Love, you say?
Oh, sweet Mel, it's not what you think. It's not what you think.
Can't you spare me your harassment in front of him?
Rean, you should have known this was gonna happen.
I see that Elise wasn't exaggerating. You are quite the character. I'm glad that she and Rean have someone like you to come to when they need it.
Think nothing of it. That's what family does.
Doesn't miss a beat, does she?
Nope.
She certainly does not.
My name is Yuna Crawford. It's a pleasure to meet you. I found myself in Instructor Rean's debt before even enrolling at the academy, and I've constantly been in it since. But I've been trying to learn as much as I can from him so that one day I can be a source of strength to others just like him.
Oh, you're the young lady from Crossbell. What a commendable spirit you have.
I agree. You seem every bit the earnest, cheerful young woman Rean told us you were.
What else did he say about me?
He told us, you never give up even when all seems lost, and act like a shining beacon of light to those around you. It seems he really depends on you.
That's really flattering to hear.
And possibly very embarrassing at the same time.
But also really embarrassing to hear in front of my classmates.
Oh my god, I share a wavelength with these guys. I really do.
You're not the only one going red.
Rean, again, your dad is known for pulling this, so you should have expected this is gonna happen.
How are you not completely desensitized to the things you say by now?
Oh, Kurt, believe me. He does it every chance he gets.
I feel a little jealous, truth be told.
Anyway, I've had my turn now. Last up is you.
Oh, Altina.
Altina Orion.
Oh, poor girl.
You okay, Allie?
No, of course she's not. She's thinking of the last time she was here.
I'm the one who abducted Elise and the princess during the Northern Jaegers' attack on Ymir 2 years ago.
And she's not wasting a single moment. Straight to the
Altina,
point.
I know I have no right to even be here after the harm my actions caused you. But since I have this opportunity, I am so terribly sorry for what I did.
That must really have been eating away at her.
Please, raise your head.
Especially when you bring her here.
You were but a child following orders, and you did nothing to harm either of them.
Technically, she still is a
You
child.
need not feel any guilt for your actions.
Still,
There's something I would like to say to you as well. Thank you, Altina.
or what?
I hear you were always at Rean's side during the year he was fulfilling the government's demands after the Civil War. I'm truly grateful he had you to support him.
I was just following orders then, too.
Even so.
Besides, you're not here today because you were ordered to be, are you?
I hope she has gotten over that. But if my character development of her in the last game showed any progress, she has in fact gotten a heck of a lot better with making her own decisions.
That's true. I'm part of Class 7 because I chose to be and want to be.
She really has come a long way from the girl she used to be in Cold Steel 3, where she just did whatever she was told because it was what she was technically programmed to do.
Aw.
Our class wouldn't be the same without you.
Then you have no reason not to feel completely welcome here. You're a lucky man to have so many wonderful students, Rean.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Well, I think that's enough talking for now. What say you to all some lunch? You've had a long journey. You must all be starving. Now that you mention it. That's true. We did set off rather early. Thank you for your kindness. I can't wait to sample the culinary delights of our instructor's home. I'll have everything ready as soon as I can. I gathered some excellent pheasant meat during my morning hunt. You're going to love it. You went out hunting first thing in the morning? Someone must have been fired up. Yeah, sounds about right. Your parents are such wonderful people. Yeah, tell me about it. I've always loved his parents. His parents were always so beautifully kind and just... It's funny, they're nobles, and yet they do not feel at all like they're nobles. Ah, that was delicious. I knew the meat would have been fresh, but your garden-raised vegetables were delicious as well, Lady Schwarzer. The meal was the perfect balance of rustic and flavorful. And they weren't being stingy about the portions either. I've never tasted a wild strawberry tart as fine as that. The tea afterwards was first rate too. I actually think I might have eaten a bit too much. I'm just happy we could satisfy you all. Either way, we'll get out of your way now. But if there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to call us. Thank you. Bye! So, Major, now that I've got the chance to ask, there's one thing I've been wondering. Why exactly did you call us here? All Principal Alarea told us is that we're here for a special assignment. Special assignment? That sure as hell didn't look like a special assignment. That looked like somebody's trying to kill you. Whatever it is clearly concerns the RMP too. I understand your curiosity, and naturally there is a good reason why you're the only class here. However, I'm afraid it's not my place to elaborate. So someone else is going to be willing to tell us. Regardless, it will be a while longer before everything is ready. You haven't been home for 6 months, Rean. So why don't you take the chance to walk around Ymir while you wait? I imagine the rest of you would enjoy the opportunity to take in the sights too. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Most of you have never been here before, so how about I show you all around? I must admit, that is rather tempting. But, instructor, it's rare you're afforded the chance to come back here. There must be things you want to do without us. Yeah, we can show ourselves around, no problem. It's not like we're babies, you know. We'll be alright on our own. Well, if you insist. I appreciate the sentiment, but it kinda stings to be shot down like that. Aw, poor Rean. But I guess I'll do what they say and go see how everyone in Ymir is doing. Choosing Rean's bonds. Yes, he has. Again, I have the game, but just not on Steam. I have it on my PS4. I really wish that they'd allow me to pull it over. Bonds? Special bond? You mean like romanticized? Is Crow here? Yuna, Tina, Muselis, Alora, MFE, Sarah, Toa, Elise, Elfin, no one. Huh? Okay, let me put my controller down because we need to talk about this one. If I follow my first ever playthrough, the person I had gone with originally was Emma. And it's not that I don't ship Rean with Crow, because I actually do. I ship Crow and Rean so hard. Because if you've been to my streams, you'll know exactly why. But if not, it's because the whole premise of what happens through 2 to 4 is because of Crow. Rean went after Crow and was so determined to bring him to his senses. Like, the things he did for him are borderline more romanticized than they are just friendly gestures, as people want them to believe. And sure, if I hadn't seen what would have happened, like, for example, if I hadn't seen how it had affected him in the 3rd game when Crow had unfortunately, and again, this is all spoiler territory, so if you have not watched those games or you haven't played them or anything of the sort, I would suggest you end the video here, and I would go either look it up or go play the game yourself. They are definitely a game worth going and playing, but if you don't mind the spoilers and you do want to stay here, then just a fair warning, there will be spoilers, because I'm going forward expecting everybody to either have read about the game, played the game, or know of the game. So, as I was saying, after Crow unfortunately died at the end of the 2nd game, we saw how much it affected Rean, to the point it really bothered him. I mean, arguably people could say, well, he could have done that with any of these people here, and you're not wrong. He could have. But just seeing his initial reaction when he saw Crow again and the lengths that he went through, not to mention what happened at the end of the 4th game. Now, if you didn't get the special ending, you saw Rean sacrifice himself, and he knew his time wasn't for very much longer. Crow went with him. They sacrificed their lives together. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that's not something a friend would do. That's a very good friend. But with the way that these two were kind of portrayed and their interactions with each other, it's kind of implied that there was something more going on there. So I am really a firm shipper of Rean x Crow, because those two fit each other so damn well. So as much as I want to pick Emma to keep true to my first playthrough of 4, I'm kind of conflicted because, as I just said, I want to keep true to my first playthrough, but at the same time, I want to go with my gut, and unfortunately, I'm not seeing Crow here. I'm gonna go with what I think. I'm picking no one. My special bond, as far as I'm concerned, was with Crow. Yeah. Maximum bond. Okay, I had a maximum bond with all of them. And you will see if you follow me on Twitch, because I am going to be streaming the whole game series from the 1st to the 4th. You're going to see me platinum all of them. And I am determined to get max relationships with all of them. So I'm just going to automatically check all of them that I formed the bond with, because it is essentially true to my save file. I really do wish that they had opted for special bond, though, with Crow. Why do I keep calling him Ro? With Crow. Because I can't have been the only one who just assumed these guys were in a romanticized relationship. I mean, arguably, yes. I could see why they wouldn't, but still. I went in here because I saw extra, so I was expecting, like... Oh yeah, definitely Rean's room. What about his class photo with Class VII? I can tell from the way your students look at you that you're doing a good job as their instructor. As your father, I couldn't be more happy and proud of you to see that, son. Thanks, Dad. That means a lot coming from you. Being a teacher is not so different from being a baron, you know. Both involve fostering the growth of those who look to you for guidance, such that they may grow ever stronger and self-sustaining. When you put it like that, I can see what you mean. You definitely are always supporting everyone around here. Exactly. That's why I figure if you were to ever inherit my position sometime down the line, I know it would be in good hands. That's a conversation for another day, I think. So you're still adamant about that, huh, Crean? Crean. Oh my god, it's happening again. The ship name, Cream. I meant to say Rean, not Cream.
Nothing says I'm home quite like the clean taste of Ymir's air.
I'm sorry, it astonishes me how gorgeous this is. The game's graphics are so beautiful. It looks so much, and I'm not shooting down the PS3 because the PS3 had very good quality games in its time, but this game just looks so superb. Why am I not surprised that Altina and Ymir are here? Enjoying the footpath, you two? We certainly are. It must be It must be wonderful having a place like this in the middle of your village. It's one of Ymir's biggest selling points, to be sure. If you don't mind, I think I might join you. This really warms you up. It truly does. I can feel all my fatigue just fading away too. It's strange how effective it is, given how little of your body is actually inside of it. Yeah, that is amazing. So what were the two of you up talking about before I came over? You, actually. Oh, God. Me? Specifically, we were talking about that power of yours. Oh, the demonic power, that's right. I would assume it's gone? The curse's influence completely disappeared as a result of the final rivalry, but your specific power still remains, correct? Wait, what? It does? Yeah, the seed that originally gave it to me is gone, but the power itself has developed to a point where it's essentially my own thing now. Oh, but there's no need to worry. I've got it largely under control now. So wait, him going silver with red eyes, that's still a possibility? Holy moly, buddy. Largely implies that there's still the possibility you may lose control of it. I can't deny that, but I'm devoting myself to make sure it doesn't happen. It isn't that we don't trust you, we simply don't trust your unfortunate habit of choosing to sacrifice yourself at the drop of a hat. That sounds about right. I heard that the first time you lost control of your power was here in Ymir. Oh dear. because you were trying to protect Elise from a ferocious monster on the path behind the village. Found out about that, huh? Still, I'm afraid that's just who I am. Yeah, you are not kidding. I can't promise that I won't endanger myself or those I care about again. And Elise isn't the only one that's true for. Your perspective is logical in theory, but those who make such sacrifices don't understand just how painful they can be for those that they mean to protect. Yeah, also true. Especially when they leave you completely alone. Oh, Tina, you'll have the rest of the group if he does that. I mean, technically you're not wrong, because I know his other friends would just be fuming. Oh. Yeah. I forgot about that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Besides, she came back in the end. So I have plenty of time to punish her for what she did. I'm sure you mean to thank her for what she did. Incorrect. Your blushing says otherwise.
Anyway, I want you to keep watching over me, Instructor. And there's still so much I have to learn from you. So I won't let you just disappear. I won't let you leave me.
I won't leave you, don't worry. On a not entirely dissimilar note, when will we be going on the date you promised me, Instructor? Excuse me? Date? Wait, what date? I'm so glad I'm not the only one. This is the first I'm hearing of this. Because I never promised anything like that. I can't believe you would simply forget. You agreed to it before our exams last month. Okay, so it's not something that was in the last game. Oh, thank God.